Heh.
What's up, YouTube land?
We're here to finish Sonic Adventure 2, I guess.
I can't believe we're finishing this already.
This game is, because there's no, like, open world or anything, it's just very, you know, like, super, like, linear.
Is this our second sit-down or third sit-down?
Third sit-down.
Oh, okay.
This will be, like, an hour and a half, so, just to remind people, we're using, the chronological mod. And it's a little janky. I can't choose stages past the Tails thing, or the Tails racing stage. So I actually had to load up this game and do both the Tails and Rouge racing stage to get here. So we had to do everything on one go. It's a little.
My question is, why wasn't the game made chronologically? Like, why?
That would make the game really short. And, like, the gimmick of having, like, the hero and dark side route is at least interesting. Obviously, it's based on Sonic Adventure 1. You know, the 5 different characters. So they wanted to have something like that. And then once you beat the 2 main stories, then it unlocks the last story segment. But, yeah, I just thought the chronological mod would be interesting. It ends up being a little bit too janky for its own good, but...
So, here's something interesting that I just...
Oh, those ghosts... Oh my god! That was so close.
Do they, like, immediately kill you?
They don't kill you. They actually just do the opposite. They just straddle you in place for, like, a couple seconds. They're really annoying. And going slow in a Sonic game sure sucks. And also, true. We're at the point where the last third of this game, the stages get really complicated. I mean, most Sonic games, but it's rough. Get off!
I see.
Get off!
Literally a second. It's just there to be annoying. There's like no other point to it.
I can understand why they do it because, like this, the gimmick of this stage is that it is. Oh my god, it's running like crap. Oh my god. The gimmick of this stage is that those are timers.
Oh, that makes sense then.
But it still is like... So there was a leaked prototype of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 that was recently discovered. Well, not recently. It was like 5 years ago at this point. But it was sort of like a holy grail for people to try to find. But that version of Sonic Adventure 1 had a thing where if you ran into a wall, Sonic would bounce back and like land on his butt, and it would take like a couple seconds to get going again.
Oh my god.
And it's like, man, thank god they decided to remove that.
You know, I oftentimes will ask the question to myself, and sometimes as a question of the part, change one thing about a game and make it awful. And that's certainly one. If it's like, how can you make Sonic Adventure 1 awful? It's like, make Sonic fall on his butt every time he hits anything.
I don't know if I said the wrong thing. I meant Sonic the Hedgehog 1.
This is Sonic Adventure. Okay, well that would still be awful.
Yeah, sorry.
You know the interesting thing about Sonic the Hedgehog 1 that everyone always forgets is there is no spin dash.
Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is a pretty mid-game, to be honest. You play Green Hill and you're like, this is kind of fun, and then you get to Marble Garden and you're like...
Already you're like, this is slow.
This sucks. Marble Garden is the worst stage in the game, too.
Oh, is it really? I've never beaten Sonic 1. I've beaten 2 and I've beaten Knuckles, but I've never beaten 1.
And Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is also kind of weird. Ooh! Oh my god! Hello. Oh, are you... that? Okay.
You know, speaking of Sonic, and I'm kind of like coming back to Mario and everything, the fact that Mario 3 doesn't have a battery save is still really weird to me. Like, when people talk about it being, like, the best Mario game, I'm like, I don't think it could ever be, because how are you supposed to beat the whole... without warp whistles?
Yeah.
How are you supposed to beat the whole thing in one second?
It definitely is a big ass, especially for a game that's, like... Honestly, it's, like, not that much shorter than Super Mario World.
Right.
8 worlds. Each world has, like, 8 stages?
The only time I've ever beaten the game, which I've done it a couple times, is by, like, using at least one warp whistle, and usually multiple.
Yeah.
But, like, to go through the whole thing as normal, there's, like, what, 6 stages. Let's just say 6. Sometimes there can be more. Per world, 6 times 8, 48 stages, and you're supposed to do that in like an afternoon. I'll never understand that. And it's not like battery backups didn't exist. Of course, like Zelda 2, they all had it.
Yeah, Nintendo themselves did it too. So
I'm curious if the Famicom one had battery backup or like some way of saving, or it doesn't even have a password. Mario 3 is just literally like, sit down, beat the whole thing, you stupid punk ass.
I would doubt it. I think the only like advantage the Famicom had was that sometimes they would have better like sound chips.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I know with the disc system that was a little different, so I didn't know if Mario 3 was Famicom disc system. I guess it's not. But
oh man, there's only 2 more treasure hunt stages and then we're done with them.
Let's go.
But they're the 2 worst ones.
So anyway, I was just doing this math.
Oh man, this boss sucks.
So there's this game for the 3DS. It's called Yokai Watch 3. It's really expensive. It's like $400, like loose cartridge. And I was using the term worth its weight in gold, and I did the math. Gold right now, an ounce of it, let's just say about 4,500. Which who knows if someone watches this 2 years from now and they're like, I wish gold was 4,500. What if it was like 10,000? Because the world is stupid. Anyway. Right now it's about 4,500, and a DS cartridge is about 0.12 ounces, so about 12% of an ounce. So 12% of 4,500 is roughly $500. So if you ever see a loose DS game that ever gets to the point of being like $500, is that a thing?
Oh my god! No. Can I get 3? There's no way.
Oh! Let's go!
Okay. I know speedruns can do that in 1 cycle, but the controls are so awkward. Especially like he can like do like a 180 and start going the other way. As intended, this boss you're supposed to do that cycle 4 times.
Wow.
Ring please go.
But yeah, is there any DS game that would be that expensive? I don't think it's like that crazy yet. There's that promotional Twilight Princess thing.
That's probably definitely probably more expensive than Yokai Watch 3. But that's like, it doesn't count. It's not like a...
Right, yeah.
Obviously all those like Pokemon distribution cartridges, those are like way more expensive than Yokai Watch.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of more like specifically released stuff.
If you're counting the Twilight Princess, that was only given away as like a promotional item at E3. It's like, that's not like a game.
Yeah. Oh, so I have...
Come back here, you piece of...
I have incredibly interesting retro USB news. You know the company that used to make the NES cartridges, the Christmas ones?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the owner of Retro USB, I'm not kidding, I forget his name, Mark or something like that, he owned the gold Nintendo World Championship, the number one, the one that was given out to the grand winner of it.
That's crazy.
There was a YouTube video, he just sold it to this guy who owns like a big chain of game stores in California, which, by the way, thank God it went to that person and not a certain other person. Thank God.
How much did it sell for? Like
they didn't say. It has to be at least 100K. It's the one that's stamped number 1 of how many did they make? Like 12 or something like that of those gold world championship. So the guy with Retro USB literally owned the one that was given to the grand winner of the Nintendo World Championships.
That's insane.
Ryan sent that over to me. I was like, no way! That's crazy. And
By the way, the person who bought it was Spencer.
Yeah. I really appreciate what Retro USB's done, so I hope he got like literally like $300,000.
Yeah. Would you like I
have nothing bad to say about that gentleman.
I was about to say, would you like a house or that cartridge, but houses are way more expensive than $300,000 now.
I'm not sure where the guy lives. If it's California, yes. Definitely.
Oh, by the way, this chronological mod, I guess it forces me into the dark, the dark playthrough, like, bosses. So this boss you actually fight as Sonic and Eggman, but I'm just going to be fighting it as Eggman.
Okay.
Which is fine with me. The Eggman version's way easier.
But yeah, that's the end of my story there. I just found that and I was like, no. And also he looks, the owner of Retro USB looks younger than you think. He looks like he's like, I don't know, mid-40s, early 50s.
Nice.
I thought he would be like, I don't know, like 60 or something like that. And I was like, cool. There's certain times where I would be very mad jealous of being like, how did you get this #1? But I'm like, dude, Retro USB did so many cool things for so many years. Let the man sell his... Maybe that's why he stopped making them. He was like, I literally don't have to work anymore. I sold my gold 1990.
I don't know if you can live off 300 grand, but it is a good amount. I mean, assuming he probably has way more in his collection. It's not just that.
Yeah. And who knows if it's 300 grand? I have no idea. I mean, that is one of those things, if you're hardcore into video games, that is like the holy grail, right? Like, it just is. Like, that's the #1 thing ever, you know? So, like, what do you... And also, what do you do, like, if you own that? Like, what do you do? Just throw it in a safe? Like, I even worry about stuff like, I have Cheetah Men 2, and what did they make, like, 1,000 of those or something like that? And I'm always like, man, what would happen if, like, there was a flood or there was blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm always worried about that stuff.
Yeah, like...
But that's nowhere near in comparison to...
In terms of things that I own that are, like, complete novelties, I do own a copy of, we just talked about it, the Twilight Princess DS cart. I actually have the full, like, paper sleeve with it and everything. But, like, even that I was thinking about, like, I should sell this. It's just worthless to me. I at least like having my collectibles, like... potentially be able to do something with it, but like especially like Nintendo Gold Championship card, like if I came across it, I'd just sell it immediately.
Yeah, I just like what
it's like if someone gave me like a PSA 10 first edition Charizard Shadowless or whatever it's called, it's like I'm just selling it. What I don't care about this piece of cardboard, even though it's super cool.
Well, like, and imagine if you like. What if someone came over, like say you had like Action Comics #1 graded, right? And, like, someone came over to your house and they're like, oh, cool comic collection. Oh, that's Action Comics #1. You would have to super trust them for them to even know that exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like the only people that can afford them are people that can be like, I have private security that work for me 24/7.
For something like that, I would definitely get an elaborate, like, at least display case. And probably, like, have, like, a lock on it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I just wonder, like, with stuff like that, like... You with a cool piece like that, and cool pieces,
What's up with that knucklehead?
The bottom part of the century, but like, you want to show it off and be like, oh, this is cool, but like, I would be constantly worried, like, is there sunlight getting in here? You know, kind of thing. I would not want to mess with that at all.
Shut down about 50 years ago because of a terrible accident.
I'm so glad that when I consider like complete collections, I do not consider stuff that was not released, like, officially. You know what I mean?
But looking at it now,
like, if I wanted to go for an entire Nintendo, which I never will, but I wouldn't be like, I need 1992 Campus Challenge, and I need gold, like, okay, you need the gold cartridge, okay, 12 of them exist. One of them is Pat the NES Punk. One of them's that guy in California. 10 of them are out there. Maybe they were even broken. Who knows? Like, maybe they don't even exist anymore. Good luck.
For a complete NES collection, would you count the unlicensed, like, Tenjin and, like, Bible games, like, sort of cartridges?
I personally wouldn't. I think that would be, like, a plus. Like, you could be like, oh, I have all the officially ones, and then you could be like, oh, now I have... The funny thing is, the most expensive officially released ones are way more expensive than the unlicensed ones. I can't even think of what the most expensive unlicensed one is. Maybe like maybe like Secret Scout, like a couple $100 or whatever.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
Because like Little Samson mogs that every day, and so does Flintstones mogs that every day.
Probably because of, you know, some NES collectors probably are like, they're cool, but I don't need them.
Yeah.
I hate you. You guys always leave me behind and have all the fun.
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 That was
weird. Okay, last Knuckle Sage.
I did for...
Shortcut, I don't know what what that is.
For my Sega Saturn collection, which is complete, I went a little crazy, and I included all of the demo discs and all of, like, the variants, like, Virtual Fighter, I think it's Kids, was released in both a short box, like a jewel case, and a long box form.
Oh, dude, this is so awkward, dude. Come on. Okay, I need to get up.
And I was like, you know what? Since there's only 250 games, I'm going to include this. But if someone wanted to be like, oh, I have Virtual Fighter Kids, I'm good. I would be like, that's perfectly fine. Like,
Virtual Fighter Kids? I've never heard of that. What is that for?
It's a Sega Saturn one. Well, they have... So, that was actually one of the last Saturn games I ever got because...
Oh, that's officially licensed.
A large majority of the releases were done in short box form and like jewel case. I think it was either given away or it was part of like a collection or something like that. So like 98% of them out there are that little jewel case, but they had a small release of the like normal Sega Saturn case, like the long ones, and that was the biggest pain in the butt to find. Also not in absolutely terrible condition.
I think would you say that the hardest one would probably be Daytona USA Net condition?
Oh, not even close. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's only one whenever...
I was about to say, like, I think you just... Didn't you get that from Fred?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only one I ever see available online, you'll never guess who's selling it.
It's literally Sakurai.
Literally.
Is it complete and everything?
Yeah, it has.
I remember when you were, like, looking at it, the only one online at the time was, like, literally just the manual. And
Yeah.
they were, like, asking, like, $2,000 for the manual.
I think it's being asked for, like, 5 or 6, but good luck. I mean, that's one of those things that's impossible.
It's just so specific. It's like oh my god. The dog giveth.
Let's go.
Holy crap, 2 minutes on that stage?
Even me, like, even if I had, like, actual money, I would still be like, 5,000 for this. You know?
5,000. I love mech stages. I don't know when we have to do Eggman's last stage, but it's the longest stage in the game by a lot.
I'm just really glad. I know this happened like 3 years ago at this point, but I'm just really glad that all the doctors and lawyers and businessmen who got in on video games with like the graded like meme and were buying like graded Mario 64 for like $80,000 for investment. I'm so glad they all lost money. That's just based beyond belief. I don't ever want an actual game collector, like someone who truly loves it. I don't ever want them to lose money. But people who just get on it to be like,
yeah, just
more
like,
investment.
This is the big thing now.
Yeah, get wrecked.
Like, for those
All of
people,
you.
like, just buy gold. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, gold's gone up more than video games, and also there's such a thing as a stock. Like, buy 100 NVIDIA stock, dude. It keeps going up crazy. Buy Pan Alto Network. There's many stocks that are like constantly going up. Don't ruin a hobby for someone else. And also, this goes without saying, but resellers, scourge of the earth. I'm so glad that everyone is like getting to that point, especially with like Pokemon cards and how awful everything's been. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times do I have to watch videos of grown men fighting in Target because of like a Pokemon restock?
So Spencer's been making fun of those resellers that just stake out Targets all day, and I have to come clean. I am one of those.
No! That's what you're doing.
I couldn't do it just because I'd get way too bored. Like, what do they do all day? Do they just look at their phone?
I think so. There was one someone posted on like Reddit or something where they were out in front of a Best Buy at like 3 a.m. and they were like 36th in line.
Here, please. Yeah.
And I'm like, what? So like they're literally sitting there like overnight. There's a lot of stories from GameStops where like the closing manager the day before a restock. I guess it's not as bad now because they sell for market price, but when they didn't sell for market price, they would close the night before and there would be people sitting there already and they'd be like, hey, you know we open at like 11 a.m. Yeah. Okay, you know that we have a limit of like 2 ETBs per person. Yeah. And obviously they would try to get around it by like bringing like, they would like sit there in a van and like bring in their wife and then bring in like their 3 kids and being like, all right, 2 for each of us. You know, it's like, God dang. It's just, yeah, I've heard so many stories on that. And I'm so glad we don't deal with Pokemon cards anymore. I'm so glad we don't do any of that.
Yeah, and George has the willpower to sell for like market price instead of MSRP, so that probably filters like a lot of like resellers.
I don't blame him. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
It's probably annoying for like, you know, the casuals that are just like, why is this so expensive? But
what he should do, and what I think he does, is if he has a customer that he knows is hardcore and is like a regular, then he'll sell it to him for cheaper. But if it's like a random walk-in person, like just being like, I want the new box of blah, 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 it's like, okay, you pay the market value, deal with it. And then if the person ends up being a good regular, then of course in the future you can, you know, have that conversation. But it would be like I don't know, the PS6 comes out and some guy comes in and is like, I'll take 15 PS6s. I'd be like, no. Even if I had them, I'd be like, no.
Also, like, it's probably a bad comparison because for people that don't know, hardware for retailers, they make absolutely nothing, including us. When we sell like a PS5, like a new one that's like 500, we'll like after taxes and like shipping and everything, we're like selling it for cost, if not losing money.
Oh, especially if they pay in credit.
Please.
Especially if they pay in credit card.
Stage is over right now. Please don't die.
Vast used to.
I don't think like
Our
George. I doubt that George has to sell anything for at cost.
I don't think so.
But yeah.
Now they do pay more than they used to. Our distributor would tell me when the Switch 2 came out, he would have like new accounts like sign up, and then like call them and be like, "Yeah, I'll take 500 Switch 2s." And obviously our distributor would be like, "I literally don't know who you are. I have 500 Switch 2s to give out to all of my customers, and you're not getting literally any of them." And I like that. I like that our distributor, what is this? This is Super Mario Galaxy, the stage.
Yeah, and like there's also Galaxy physics and stuff. Like the end of this game is so janky. And the stage is enormous.
This is huge.
Like this, I've had clear times, okay. At least I found one. I've had clear times in like almost 10 minutes. Okay, where the crap is this?
I at least like her music.
You made fun of her music in an earlier part.
No, I didn't.
You're like, it's smooth jazz.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Johnny, bring up the footage. Johnny being me. Also, I'm not doing it.
It's that meme I posted the other day. It smells. I don't know if you remember from Simpsons, but when he has that like mattress fort, and Milhouse comes out, it smells like pee in there. No, it doesn't. Shuffle means you're supposed to play random songs, Spotify says. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Dude, Spotify's, I've never seen a worse, however they do their random generation.
So I looked it up.
My God.
I looked up why the shuffle's so bad, and Spotify is affected with the same AI algorithm thing that YouTube does, where they, like, have, like, some sort of algorithm. It's not in that. They have some sort of algorithm that, like,
is it underneath you?
Oh, there it is. Okay. They have an algorithm that like tries to maximize like listening time and like tries to like sort of like chain together like popular songs. Okay, I've been everywhere. Where's this last one?
Oh, that's why, like, unless I play it specifically, that's why Nathaniel's song, Tina, I Can't Tell You, like, literally never comes on.
Anytime that song comes on, RJ has an aneurysm.
Why does he dislike it?
I don't know. Anytime it comes on, like, it only came on, like, once or twice that I remember, but every time he immediately messaged me and he's like, can you skip this?
Tina, I can't tell you. That song's based.
Where the crap is this thing?
Yeah, sometimes, like, we have, what do we have, like, 1,000 songs on our Spotify playlist at this point? And sometimes it'll be like...
Oh, treasure hunt stages are over!
I mean, we have, like, 7 or 8 Green Day songs, but sometimes it'll be, like, 3 Green Day songs in a row, and I'm like, okay? Like, what are the literally, what are the odds that that's a thing? And the answer is, it would be pretty astronomical, unless Spotify doesn't actually use... Oh, baby.
treasure hunter.
These character fights here on, like, they're brain dead, but they're also annoying. Like, Knuckles just, well, we'll see what happens.
I thought it was gonna be like Tifa and Scarlet from FF7. Like, I thought they were just gonna start like slapping each other or something.
I was laughing because this game is, like, it's funny how they censored Rouge's, assets after, like, recently, but in this game, if you just, like, jump up and down, they, like, jiggle up and down all the time, including that cutscene. That's why I was laughing. So it's funny how much Sega has changed.
Yo, do you think, speaking of assets, what?
Get out of here, dude. If I leave Knuckles alone, he does these, like, energy attacks. Where is he? Now, I can get away from the energy attacks if I just position myself. Where the crap is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is.
He's just flipping there.
That's what I was saying, like, the fight is brain dead, but it's annoying. Like, the stage is annoying. Alright, come here.
Take this.
Okay, like that, you can... There, get back here, you stupid piece of crap. I just had to hit you once! Oh, did... Oh, okay. Come here. How did you block that? You weren't even facing me! Please die! This is so
I don't
stupid.
understand.
Please! Okay, thank you.
So speaking of assets, what are the chances, what are the odds that they actually have the Tifa and Scarlet slap fight in Rebirth Part 3?
It's not happening. There's no way it's happening. I could see Scarlet slapping Tifa once, and that's all that happens. There's no way they're doing a slap fight.
What if they make it a mini game? That would be just too based.
I don't think modern Square Enix is gonna do it.
My emeralds.
What are you babbling about? Call yourself a hunter attacking a lady?
Does Knuckles call himself a treasure hunter?
Around stealing gems anyway.
I thought he was just a protector of the
Yeah, it's the
master
protector of
animal.
the, yeah.
No! Rouge, she's gonna die!
But she can fly!
Oh my god. Knuckles is a good guy.
She's a bat! She has wings!
She was surprised.
You can't use her wings?
Don't touch me.
Is that how you say thanks to someone who...
Okay, I'd throw her back in.
Saving my life.
Rouge is the most girl who has ever
Hold my
girled.
hand, didn't you? That's why you saved me. You're such a creep.
This isn't a joke, you know. Think what you want, Batgirl. I was saving the master...
Man, people will take Sonic too seriously. I just, oh boy.
Especially the later cutscenes of this game really are the precursor of Sonic 06.
Honestly, Sonic Adventure 1, like, it's just based, like, it's silly, but I don't feel like they take themselves seriously. In fact, they make fun of Amy, like, all the time.
Yeah,
Because of how, like, I don't know, just
and they
silly
really,
she is.
yeah, like Sonic is so cocky and doesn't take anything seriously. The only time they take that game seriously is when, like, Perfect Chaos, like,
Oh
floods
yeah,
Station
the
Square.
world's gonna end or whatever. That makes sense. But this is like melodrama weirdness.
And interestingly, like, I don't think Rouge and Knuckles, like, almost ever react after this, despite them having, like, I guess they're trying to say that they have a little chemistry or something. I don't know.
What's Rouge up to anyway?
What's Rouge?
Strange. It's showing energy readings from 2 separate Chaos Emeralds. Did they really think they could trick me with that fake emerald? Wait, Shadow. I'm the one who should be telling them the end is near, not you. Now is the time to end.
My god, it's so bad. I get it's a Dreamcast game, but man, I feel like the first Sonic Adventure was better lip syncing. Maybe not. You know, you're right. It's not.
It probably isn't,
About the
but
same.
there's way less cutscenes in Sonic Adventure 1.
Yeah.
At least with, like, people, like,